This is a really interesting house where the spaces are designed to weave between 9 existing trees on the southern side of the plot. And this house kind of forms a T shape in plan as well as in sections simultaneously. We call this the 9 by 9 house because of the 9 separate distinct spaces that it has. It also at the same time preserves 9 of the existing trees on the site, and it was actually fluidly woven between these trees. There are 9 different folds in the house, which each one that looks out towards the landscape in different directions. Because there was a highway, we've retained a huge amount of trees at the entry itself, so that when one enters the site, you don't actually glimpse the house at all. You travel through these trees, and then the house slowly emerges from the landscape. So the house is entered into this central spine, which gradually becomes a T shape. So it goes into these 2 arms on the east and the west. The main entry to the house is 2 floors high, overlooking a garden on the eastern side. So at all times, there's natural light flowing into these spaces. When you enter the house, you're entering at the ground level with 1 floor above and 1 floor below. This subterranean level houses a space for art display as well as entertainment spaces, and all of this opens up into this courtyard, directly accessible from the outside garden by an open stairway across a curvilinear wall with a waterfall. These waterfall and water bodies are used for passive cooling in the house, where on the western side you have this water falling down into the subterranean courtyard space. The northeast corner of the house has a reflection pool which allows for passive cooling towards the living room as well as towards the garden, which is on the northern side. The house is situated on the southern side of the plot, generating a large open garden space on the northern side. Because of the sun orientation, the immediate spaces outside the house in every portion are always in shadow at all times of the day, and thus usable throughout the day. This central focal circulation path culminates in a white sculptural staircase, which is lit by a screen on the rear, which allows different plays of light and shadow throughout the day. This spiral staircase, minimally done, going through 3 volumes through a large cutout, forms the focal point of the circulation spaces in between the house, equidistant from all parts of the house. The house is this series of porous spaces. You look into one space from the other, and each space in turn is looking out towards sheltered spaces and then to the garden or the trees beyond. In some cases, the rooms are literally hugging those trees which were existing on the site. And in one of the cases, we've taken the tree through the decks, and it actually goes up from the ground floor deck, through the first floor deck, through the roof. At the ground level are situated the living and dining spaces and kitchen areas. Each one of these spaces looks out on 2 sides towards gardens on the outside. The upper level houses the 3 bedrooms of the house, each one in a different arm, completely private, and each one looking out into different views of the exterior landscape spaces. The rooms open into large cantilevered sheltered decks, which form transitional spaces between the inside and the outside, also forming a buffer space so that there is less heat gain into the house. And this is very pertinent in the climate of the city that we built this house in. Each of the 3 arms of this house are wrapped in this fluid way, forming the walls, the ceiling, and the roof in one continuous sweep. Each one of the bedrooms has large cantilevered decks. The living and dining spaces both have decks outside of it. The entertainment space and the exhibition space also has a large courtyard outside it. So there are multiple of these outdoor spaces and they are individual to the room. The interior palette of the house is very simple, neutral and timeless.